Hey you, welcome to all of you once again on your channel, that is JE Physics Maniac, and I mean it. It is your channel only, you are the people behind it, and your constant support is motivating me, is giving me huge source of energy so that I can do productive work. So again, I hope you have enjoyed the previous videos and the kind of response I'm getting from you. It's really wonderful. From the bottom of my heart, I really thank you all. Okay, so let's start. So here we will study electric dipole. It's a small topic. It will not take much time to be completed. So electric dipole is basically when two charges, you can see they are equal and opposite charges, minus q and plus 2q. There is no hard and fast rule that two charges should be equal and opposite. They can be of different magnitude also. So in that particular case, instead of getting one dipole, we can get multiple dipoles, and we'll see the examples, right? So when two charges equal and opposite are separated by a distance, a dipole is formed. Okay, di means two and pole means, here we are referring to this minus q and plus q. Remember one small point over here that we will remember is that an isolated charge is referred as electric monopole. So please remember that an isolated point charge is referred as electric monopole. As a point of fact, we can write over here that electric monopole exists whereas magnetic monopole does not exist. It's just information we will remember, because if you take the example of a bar magnet and if you cut the bar magnet, you will always get another bar magnet. So you will get always dipole in case of magnet, but in case of electrostatic, it is possible to have a single isolated charge, which is referred as electric monopole. Anyway, so this electric dipole, the strength of the electric dipole or the specification of the electric dipole is being referred with a quantity which is called electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. So this electric dipole moment is defined as P vector is equal to magnitude of any of the charge, that is I am writing here Q, into vector, that is a radius vector from negative to positive charge. So that is dipole moment is directed from negative to positive. Okay, please do remember that dipole moment is directed from negative to positive, that is in this direction. So I will write Q into, in this case it is 2a vector. It can be any arbitrary value. If I say suppose there is minus q and there is plus q and the separation between them is r, so in that case p vector is equal to, we will write, and this is the direction of r vector that you should take, that is equal to q into r vector. So what is the direction of p vector? As I said again, I will repeat here, that is the vector is from negative to positive charge. Please do remember that. Whereas if you think about the electric field intensity vector, if I think about the electric field vector, electric field vector is basically from positive to negative charge, right? So in that particular angle, we can say that P vector is anti-parallel to E vector. So whenever you place a dipole in an external electric field, there will always be a tendency that the dipole will try to rotate. All right, fine. Chalo, next move on. So in this case, I am having the example of H2O molecule. So here in this case, as you can see that there a dipole, actually there are two dipoles are present. One dipole is in that direction, as it is from negative to positive, it is P vector. Another dipole is in that direction, that is, this is another P vector. Why so? Why I am writing in that way? Because we can write this is minus of 2 delta, this is plus of delta, and this is plus of delta in terms of charge, right? So here I'm writing this is minus 2 delta, and here it is plus delta, here also it is plus delta. And if I take the angle between these two vector to be theta, then you see that we can resolve this dipole moment into two component. Here it can be divided into two components. This will be px and this will be py. Similarly, this dipole moment will also be resolved into two components. This is px and this is py. So I can see that by symmetry, summation of px is becoming 0. So which one is surviving? Only py is surviving. So if the total angle is theta, then I can comfortably say that this angle is equal to theta by 2. This is also theta by 2. So the net dipole moment is in that direction. So I can write p net vector is equal to 2p into cos of theta by 2 j cap. So that will be the net dipole moment here in this case. So whenever two dipoles are aligned at some angle, we can figure out through the vector calculation. Okay, right. Next. So next we are going to calculate electric field generated due to a dipole at several positions. First of them is the end-on position. Now let me explain what do you mean by end-on position. So I will take that there are two dipoles, let us say. First I am assuming that there is a dipole which is referred as, let us say, this is plus q here and there is minus q here. What I am assuming that the separation between the dipole here it is a. All right, and from here, from this plus q, there is a point p where we are interested to calculate the field. This is at a distance z. So from the middle, or better let us take this distance as z. From the middle to this point p, distance is z. So from q to p, this distance will become, just a small correction, this distance will become z minus a by 2, and from minus q to point p, this distance will become z plus a by 2. Now let us think about the electric field at point p vector is equal to. Think here, when we are thinking about electric field at point p, we will use principle of superposition. Here two electric fields are superimposing. Think about point p. This is point p. There is an electric field due to the positive charge which is radially outward direction. In that direction, I will say this is E plus, and there is another electric field which is due to negative charge, is radially inward direction, that is E minus, and they are anti-parallel to each other. So I will just simply write here that E at P is equal to E due to positive vector plus E due to negative vector. Now E due to positive, KQ divided by, what is the distance from the positive charge? That is Z minus A by 2 whole square. It is along plus j cap, all right, plus of K into Q divided by Z plus A by 2 whole square, and the direction is minus j cap. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? So now we will rearrange the term like KQ by, if I take Z square common inside the bracket, it is coming A by 2Z whole square j cap plus KQ by Z square into 1 plus A by 2Z whole square minus j cap. All right, fine. So since this distance, that is the separation between the charges, A is much less than Z, so there is a scope of binomial expansion here. All right, so we will do binomial expansion in this particular situation. So let us do. So we can write here E vector is equal to KQ by Z square 1 minus A by 2Z whole to the power minus 2. I am writing together by taking that minus sign here only. KQ by Z square 1 plus A by 2Z to the power minus 2, total bracket j cap. All right, fine. So if I take kq by z square common, and then I'm doing the binomial expansion, so there is nearly equal to, so this power will be multiplied here, so it will become 1 plus 2a by 2z, right, minus, so this will become 1 minus, so this minus and minus minus out of the bracket will become plus 2a by 2z, direction is j cap. All right, so that becomes 1 1 get cancelled, this 2 2 cancelled, 2 2 cancelled, so this is 2 into a by z, so I will get 2k capital Q small a divided by z cube j cap. All right, so now this result is significant, we will check here. You see here I can write k into 2 into q a j cap divided by z cube. Now you go back to the diagram, you see here that dipole moment is from minus to plus, so this is the direction of p vector. All right, so p vector is along plus j cap. All right, and dipole moment magnitude is q into separation between them, that is a here. So this quantity, basically what we are seeing over here, this quantity is nothing but it is p vector. So E end on electric field at point P, this position I have already referred as end on position, which is equal to 2 into P vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught z cube. Okay, so this is the electric field at end on position or axial position. Okay, fine. So this is along the radial line, so along the end on position or the radial position, the electric field is this one. Next we will see what is the electric field at the broadside on position or the axial position, that is along the equatorial plane. Fine, let us check. So that is the example that you are seeing here. Here 1 plus q is there, 1 minus q is there. This is the broadside on position. I have taken a point A. Now you go back to this point A, you see for this plus q electric field is radially outward. So it will have two components. In that direction we will get Ex, in this direction we will get Ey. Similarly, for this minus q, field is radially inward, so it will have Ex and this will be Ey, right? So I will write here, due to symmetry, summation of Ex is becoming 0 here. So E net, that is electric field at point A vector, is basically 2 into Ey and direction is minus j cap. All right, you can see direction is along minus j cap. Fine. So now we will write here 2 into what is Ey. If you check this angle, they have taken to be theta, so this is also theta, so this is becoming cos theta component, so I can write 2e cos theta of minus j cap. Can I substitute these values? What is the E value here? Let me tell you, K into capital Q divided by this distance. What is this distance? This is A they have taken and this is R they have taken. So this is equal to root under of R square plus A square. So I can write this is equal to, if I call this R prime, so R prime square, I will write R prime square into cos theta. Cos theta means how much? A by R prime. All right, this is the angle theta, base by hypotenuse. So this is coming 2k capital Q into A divided by R prime cube. If I substitute the value, I will get 2 capital Q into A and this is minus j cap and this is also along minus j cap. So here we will get this cube means r square plus a square to the power 3 by 2, that is along minus j cap. All right. So you look at it here. In this case, we have taken this is plus q, this is minus q, and this separation is basically, in this example, we have taken to be 2a. So dipole moment, it should be in that direction. So p vector must be q into 2a into j cap. But the electric field value that we got, it is like this. So I'll just note down the value quickly. So electric field at point A vector is equal to, we got k q into 2a minus j cap divided by r square plus a square to the power 3 by 2. All right. So this is equal to minus of, see, this is p minus p vector. So minus p vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus a square whole to the power 3 by 2. Again, if I apply binomial over here, that as a is much less than r, so r square plus a square whole to the power 3 by 2 will be nearly equal to r cube. So in this case, E vector at point A will be designated as minus P vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So at end-on position, it was coming minus of 2p vector, sorry, plus 2p vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube with a plus sign. And in case of broadside on position, this is coming to be minus of p vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So these are the values to be remembered. Now we will check if there is any random location, what is the field in that particular case. See here, this is the point that I have taken here, right? It is at the random location. This is in polar coordinate, and P is a random point where at this particular point we have two components of the electric field. This is the radial component. This is the radial component, and this is the cross radial component. So this is cross radial component. Electric field E vector is written as, in r theta coordinate, ER into ER cap plus E theta into E theta cap. So basically what we need to know, that ER cap is nothing but a radial unit vector. A radial unit vector. This ER cap is defined as del r vector del r by mod of del r vector del r. Means if you take r vector as r of cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap, then ER cap will come. Del r is simply cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. Mod of this value will come to be 1. I will explain in detail once, in case you are not having a proper understanding. So if I just make a partial derivative of this, it will be simply cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. Mod of this quantity del r will become root under of cos square theta plus of sin square theta, which is equal to 1. So that is all about the radial unit vector. So that means, as per the formula, ER cap is coming to be cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. If I talk about the cross radial or tangential unit vector, if I talk about E theta cap, its definition is slightly changed, del r del theta by mod of del r del theta. So here, as I have chosen r vector to be r of cos theta I cap plus of sin theta j cap, so del r vector del theta will become, here in this case you can check, this will be simply r, cos theta will become minus sin theta I cap plus of cos theta j cap. Mod of del r del theta will become root under of minus r sin theta whole square plus of r cos theta whole square. Eventually it will be root under of r square into sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equal to r. So if I substitute all these values together here, we will get e theta cap is equal to minus sin theta I cap plus of cos theta j cap, and er cap earlier we got cos theta I cap plus of sin theta j cap. Interesting fact is, if you just do er cap dot e theta cap, it will result in 0. Why? It should be as er cap is perpendicular to e theta cap. It's a thing from vector. We know that if a vector is perpendicular to b vector, then a vector dot b vector must be equal to 0. All right, fine. Right. So now you come here at this point P. We want to calculate the electric field, which is very easy to calculate. Now this simply is the term of that end on position term we will use. You can see here this term, and for the e theta value we will use the term of broadside on. So from there I will write now that e vector er means 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube, as this angle is theta, so this component will be cos component, this will be sin component, cos theta I cap, sorry, er cap, extremely sorry, and this will be plus of p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube e theta cap, right, into this is sin component. Now traditionally it should be minus e theta cap. It depends on the direction of your choice, right? So mod of e vector will become root under of er square plus e theta square. So we will get root under of 2p cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube whole square plus of p sin theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube whole square. So if you take p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube common from here, you are getting root under of 4 cos square theta plus of sin square theta. Now 1 sin square theta plus cos square theta will become 1. So ultimately we will get p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube into 1 plus 3 cos square theta. So that will be the magnitude of electric field at r comma theta position. All right. So this we can write electric field at r comma theta position. It is the magnitude. If I talk about the direction, this is easy to understand. If I talk about the direction, then let us say this is the er cap or er vector you got, and here in this direction you got e theta vector, right? And as per the choice of the angle, you can see that I have taken this angle to be theta. So here the angle theta is coming, correct? So we'll simply write er by e theta. So tan alpha is equal to, we can simply write er by e theta, the resultant electric field. So then er is, I will just take the component, it will come 2 cos theta by sin theta. So it will become 2 of cot theta. Simple thing to understand. Okay now? All right, fine. So there is only one particular point is remaining, that is what is the torque experience when a dipole is placed in an external electric field. Here in this case I am seeing here it is a uniform electric field. So whenever a dipole is placed in uniform electric field, you see that for this positive charge over here, it is feeling a force in the rightward direction, which is Q into E vector. Negative charge, as the electric field is in rightward direction, it will feel force in the opposite direction, which is minus Q into E vector. So what is the summation of external force that the dipole is experiencing? This is equal to 0. So remember, whenever a dipole is placed in an external electric field, since the net external force is equal to 0, so acceleration of the center of mass of the dipole is equal to 0. But the angular acceleration of the about the center of mass will not be 0. Why? Because there will be finite torque acting on this. This will try to rotate it in that direction. This will try to rotate in this direction. So it will generate a net rotation about this particular point. So see, if I take this dipole length to be L, then if this is theta, this is also theta. So about this point, if I calculate the torque about this point, about the midpoint, so torque acting on the dipole will be equal to, this is QV into perpendicular distance. So this is L, so the half length is L by 2. So this length will become L by 2 sine theta. So we'll write Q into E, L by 2 sine theta. As both the forces are giving the same sense of rotation, so the torque is supposed to be in the same direction. So this will be plus QV, same value, L by 2 into sine theta. So how much you are getting? QE into L, that into sine theta. What is this Q into L? Q into L is nothing but the dipole moment. So that is P into E sine theta. So in vector form, tau vector is written as P vector cross E vector. All right. So 2 points to be noted here. When a dipole is placed in uniform electric field, center of mass acceleration is 0. Angular acceleration about the center of mass is not equal to 0. Now I am keeping you one thing to imagine about. If a dipole is placed in non-uniform electric field, then what will happen to it? Think on it. Till that time, bye bye all of you. And the same thing again and again, if you do like the video, please hit the like button, share it, and feel free to communicate. Thank you. Thanks all of you. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.